It's surreal to see the situation here today after witnessing the fiery blaze that tore through here last night. There are still pockets of fire that fireys are going around and putting out, but largely the landscape here is this charred remains of the inferno that came through and reached right up to the property boundaries. As you can see, this house here has been saved, a small structure here charred and burned, and the water tank here melted by the fire. Now, locals have said that they expected this whole area to be lost and all the properties through here to be lost because the hills around here were glowing red with that inferno last night as the firefighters battled that blaze and attempted to hold it back from properties. As we know, some properties have been lost, but through here, incredibly, properties standing with charred landscape around them. The other issue for locals here is that thousands of properties right through here have been left without power. Up the road, a property owner who has 400 head of livestock, Bevan Bird, has come back to survey the damage. He says that he thought everything would be lost and he's still concerned for his property where the fire is still potentially heading towards, but he says it's so hard to get information because the power is out. He can't get the latest information about what is happening.
Well, there's no electricity, so the radio and TV's out. And yeah, there's nothing happening. Last night it was good because every 15 minutes they were putting warnings over. But this morning, nothing, heard nothing.
As you can see, still very windy, gusty conditions today. And even though the temperature has dropped as forecast, the firefighters say it's this wind that will make their life very difficult in battling those blazes today.
We have had some 17 homes that have been lost, 10 at Saraba and 7 at Stanthorpe. I want everyone to think about that for a moment. This is a person's home. This is where they raise their children, their grandchildren. So we have a number of families at the moment that are actually going through some really traumatic times. So we are in the process of trying to reach those families. We understand that they're all safe, but they will be going through a lot of grief at the moment, and I know that our community will pull together and definitely make sure that they get back on their feet. We have a number of active fires that we're still monitoring at the moment. There are some 51 fires right across the state. The main area of concern at the moment is around the Stanthorpe area of Applethorpe. It is very important today that people in Applethorpe are listening to the messages, and I know that emergency services have been in communication.
Sadly, there has been 17 houses that have been lost, but thankfully, as you've heard, no injuries and no deaths at this stage. Inspections are still being carried out in those areas to make sure that that is the case. One other thing that hasn't been touched on, and I just want to reiterate that safety message, is 4 people were rescued yesterday by the rescue helicopter in very, very difficult circumstances. We had a half-hour opportunity to get in and rescue these people. So please, the message is, and you've heard it from everyone, listen to authorities. If you get your door knocked or you're told to evacuate, you must do so. The conditions will not abate for a few more days, and not only will it be in the southeast, but it's actually going towards the northern part of the state as well. There are a lot of resources on the ground, but you must listen to us because we want to get through this without any injuries or any deaths.